Hello students, today we're going to work on exponential function. So exponential function is a function that look like this. Y equals a b to the power of x, where a and b as any number, and a is called your initial value and b is called your factor. Okay, the things about exponential is every time you get a new value that's being multiplied by the first value. Okay, that's why we have the factor. So we have factor. If your factor is bigger than 1, then it's going to be exponential growth, and your graph will look like this. Okay, and then if on the other word your factor is less than 1, if b is any number that less than 1, like 0.4, 0.5 is exponential decay, and your graph is going to look like this. It's a curve that's going down. Okay, so let's take a look at the first equation right here. Y equals 35 parentheses 0.57 everything raised to the x. So I'm going to label my a. Here's a, here's b. A is your initial value, so my initial value, I'm going to write a equals 35. Okay, that's the number right here. And then b is my factor, like I defined earlier. So I'm going to look at the question they're asking for the factor, or right here. Factor b will be equals to 0.57. And the factor is less than 1, right? So that means we're going to have exponential decay. Like number 1 they're asking, exponential growth or decay. I'm going to choose decay because b is less than 1. Good. Let's take a look at another example. Y equals 1.4 parenthesis 1.03 to the power of x. Does this equation represent growth or decay? So first, here's my a, here's my b. B is a factor that, and it makes the difference right there. Okay, so initial value is a. I'm going to write a equals 1.4. And then what is the growth or decay factor? So factor is, remember, that's b. So I'm going to write b equals 1.03. And 1.03, that means it's bigger than 1, right? So if it's bigger than 1, like we defined earlier right here, if your factor is bigger than 1, you're going to have growth. So I'm going to circle the word exponential growth right here. And it just means that your graph will look something like that. And we label them as exponential growth.